And here we are live. Hello and welcome to our live tonight. This is Lily Cha coming live to you from Oregon, USA. To those who doesn't know me, I'm a mother of five, a wife, a grandma, and I work full-time in the healthcare. And I'm also a proud digital business owner. And so tonight I have invited two special guests to join me tonight. And so I'm gonna introduce you to each of them. So um, I'm gonna have them introduce themselves, but I have invited Sis Tay and then Sis Chu. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Chu.
Hi, this is Chong Miller, and I am a mom, a wife, a realtor by profession, and an online business mentor. And I am very happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh,
And
one
I'm
thing I
streaming
forgot.
from Mesa,
Yes,
Arizona.
thank you.
And hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Tay. I am a digital business owner also, and I am full time, and I am streaming live from Arizona also, and I am also a mother, a mom, and a wife. Thank you for
Oh,
having us.
Yes.
thank you for joining me tonight. So happy to have you both. So tonight we will dive into why it's important to have multiple income streams. And so today's world, right, relying on just one income stream source can be risky. Life is unpredictable, as we all know. Back in 2020, we all learned, open our eyes too, right? And so, having multiple income streams isn't just smart, but it's essential for security, freedom, and peace of mind. So tonight we will be, I have two of my guests here. We will be sharing and diving into income, which is the main key, and how does it change our lives, and how, you know, each of us can start building, I mean, how you can start to build your own streams and alongside by, while still having your full-time jobs or busy family life. So let's start with Chu. You want to start with, let's see, share what make you realize now that you needed more than one income stream. Why is it important?
Well, I think a lot of that happened because, first of all, I'm a realtor and I was doing very well, quite successful, I would say, for myself. I mean, but um, when the interest rates change, you know, it affected a lot of my clients. And I realized that, and also the other thing is that I realized that I am now over 50 years old and retirement is coming soon. And I don't have a lot of retirement being my own, because being self-employed, right? Because as a realtor, you get 1099. You're self-employed. You don't work for anyone really. You work for yourself. And so I was a business owner, but like it was not. It was like I had to be business. I had to go work to make money, as opposed to there's no system that will do that for me. No, I don't have a robot to go show houses. So I have to do, and there are times when I'm going across the whole valley. It takes me 1 hour to get to another location to show another client, and it just was. And when I was hit with this thing, I was like, oh my gosh, my income, because of the interest rate, a lot of my clients pulled out, and my income were, was like reduced quite significantly. And I just realized that I need something else. So that plus the fact that income was affected by the economy, right? And then affected, and then thinking that now that I am over 50 and I'm also getting closer to retirement, there is not a lot that I have saved for retirement. And I don't even know if Social Security will be there because I know I paid a lot to Social Security, but I can't, just rest on that. So that's when I started, and I've been looking at multiple income streams for a long time. And so I've looked at lots of online businesses, and that's when I came back to this, and I found out about this business, and I was like, I think I found out same day and I started same day is what it is, because I understand the importance of it, and I understand, and as I looked into it further, I mean, I think I just found out same day. I paid the 149 that same day, and I got in and I learned all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm in it. And I think I still have the same type of excitement that I did that same day. That day that I started. So, because I believe in this, and and so, yeah, you need multiple income streams for one, like, so one of them is right for financial security, because
Mhm.
that's like, so that I know that if my real estate isn't doing well, I'm still making money from my business. Second is, peace of mind, right? Now I can start, working towards creating saving towards my retirement. Yeah, I plan to retire within 5 years. So, that's that. I want to be done. I want to be still able to go out, be young enough and healthy enough to do the things I want to do when I retired. And I want to wait till I'm like almost, over what, I don't even know, kicking the bucket before I retire, because retire now, die tomorrow is not what I want to do, right? That's
Right.
usually when we got to work till we're like 70, 80. Like, you know, I've seen a lot, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do, and I'm an active person, I don't look it, but I am an active person. When I go on vacations and things like that, I want to do a lot of activities. Zip line is one of my favorite things to do when I go on vacations, right? So I want to be able to do that. And I don't think I should do that when I'm like 70. It's probably not very safe. But so these are the things, the reason why. So peace of mind, financial security, and of course the flexibility, because um, I need to be able to, and this business fits right into the flexibility part, because I'm a realtor,
Mhm.
right? I can work on my own schedule. This business is, I can work on my own schedule. So when my clients are not needing me, I can work on my business. When they need me, I can work on that, and it's flexible either way. So it's just the perfect secondary income stream that I can fit into my life, instead of having my life fit into it. So
Mhm. Mhm.
um, I
Sure.
think I think that's, I'm gonna stop there. I have a lot more to say, but let's stop there.
All right. Sis and Tay, share some of your why it's more important to have, more than one income streams.
Mm, oh, thank you, Chong. I just want to say, zip lining. I did that one time, not the really high one, but then the kind of low one. I actually enjoy it, but I don't know if I can do the really high one. But that's one thing I like to do too.
I
But it's
did
scary.
it.
I'm scared of heights.
Yeah, we did one, the highest one in Hawaii, on a honeymoon. We did it when we were in Fiji, and we did it in, where else did we do? Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, when we went there. Uh, we need to still continue to get in better shape so that we can do it, because the really high ones, unfortunately, and say you gotta climb up to the top in order to come zip line down, which is
Okay.
the hard part. You go up 6 stories and then you zip down.
Oh no,
So,
no. Then I don't
so
think I can go on those
you
high
gotta
ones.
be able to climb up the 6 stories to come down.
But when you touched on like being 70 and you shouldn't do that, if you're still, if you are not working hard laboriously until you're 70 and you are retired within 5 years, you definitely can still zip line at uh,
Oh
70.
yeah.
I'm going to mention that because you're going
I
to have time
think,
to take care of
yes, but I
yourself.
think that if you're not, if you're been grinding forever and 70 you're still working, you're probably not going to be ziplining,
Exactly.
because
That's why I
they're
say you're
putting
going to
right
retire
now
in five
that
years.
age, now that age I think the Social Security retirement age is 67. Who knows, by the time I'm ready, it's going to be 70, and pushed up. But
Who
yeah,
knows?
no, I'm not going to do that. That's what I'm going to do with my 5 year plan. Within 5 years, I'll be, I mean, it's not really retirement when I work in my business, right? I just will have enough income that I could travel and do whatever I want and not have to worry about it.
Exactly. That's why I was pointing out, like, with this business, you can still
Yeah.
zip line at 70, and it's portable. So you don't have to retire. You can still work at 70 and still be healthy and still be
Oh,
happy and
I
traveling
am
and
working
still
on
be
that.
debt free and
Yeah.
financially secured in your retired years. So I wanted to mention that
Yes. Well,
because you
well,
talked
that's
about
why I'm
flexibility.
doing this business because I do want to be able to still zip line. And if I'm stuck in the grind, sitting at my desk all day forever till I'm 65, 70, I don't think I will have the stamina to be able to climb up that 6 stories and go zip lining. So I have to be able to retire in 5 years and have to be able to work on my, health as well, and
Mhm.
and then be able to do that. I think that if I retire in 5 years and I start go traveling a lot more and be more active because I'm not stuck to a desk, then I will be able to build that health, and stamina to be able to continue to zip line till I'm 85, 90 or 100.
And it's not just us here. I just want to mention that if you are looking for, like, we're talking about multiple streams of income here, right? So not just Chong can do that, not just us can do that, or me or Lily can do that. Whoever's watching out there, and if this is coming, you're seeing this even at the replay, or you're seeing this right now, know that this business is made easy for any ordinary person who just wants to start a business but doesn't know how or where to begin. Because most of us were raised to believe that one full-time job was the goal, right? Because it's go to school, it's go to college, get a higher education, and get a job, right? So that it can pay you good, work hard, get that paycheck, and everything will work out itself, all on its own, right?
Life is perfect.
Life is perfect after that. But I'm going to tell you why when I realized that one stream of income was not feasible anymore. It was when I was done with school. And then the school loans started coming in, and then the interest on the school loan started because we had a grace period where there was no interest rate yet, right? And then this interest rate added on top of the school loans, and that's when it hit me like, oh my gosh, somewhere along the way, life hit and bills piled up and hours were cut and emergencies happened. And that's when I don't know about you guys out there, but for me, that's when I realized that relying on one income stream is not security, it's risk, and that you
No.
need multiple streams of income. And
Well,
uh-huh.
it's mindset, right? Because we've been conditioned to believe that we go to
Mm-hmm.
college, we get our degree, we get a job, and life is perfect,
Mm-hmm.
except that many people go to college, get their degree, didn't get a job, and
And
then
there's
they
nothing
got a
wrong with
loan,
that. There's
and
nothing wrong
they
with that,
no,
okay?
and they get a loan, but they still got to pay the loans. So
And there's
then,
nothing wrong with that. I just want to mention that
no,
it's
it
okay
is nothing wrong with that,
if
but we
that's what
can,
they want to do, they can do that, okay? But here
right,
on this platform and in this business, we're going to give you the information to help you start a business so that you can be financially secured if that's what you choose. It doesn't happen overnight, though. It takes time. And if you want to work that 9 to 5 and work hard on somebody else's job, that's totally fine, okay? But if you say that's not you and you want change and you want multiple streams of income, then you better take action, because if you're going to just keep wishing and thinking and saying, I want, you're going to keep getting wants. But if you want to keep going to work on somebody else's dreams hard so that they can live their dream, that's totally fine too, if that's what you want to do. But know that you're going to be stuck and you're going to feel exhausted. And every single day, every year after year, that's still what's going to happen.
you're gonna do about the same thing. You're gonna be doing
Mm-hmm.
the same thing day in, day out for years.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And
if
besides,
you
you're
have
getting
a
older.
dream, if you have a
Mm-hmm.
dream to do something different, to be better than that, to build wealth, generational wealth, to be financially free, doing that grind isn't gonna get you there. And if you've been looking for something, come check us out. Because again, this is something different. Yes, it's not get rich. You're not gonna get rich in you know, in a day or a couple months or in a month. It's not one of those things. It's a legitimate business that's going to take you time. Like every business, it has to do the time, and it's usually 2 to 5 years to be able to make it, to break even, to make it, to
Mhm.
do well. So that's why I got a 5 year plan, and it's not a 2 month plan. It's a 5 year plan, and but my that's my goal. But I know that I'm pushing for it to be done before then. So
I mean,
because I
honestly,
can do that.
I don't want to cut you off. I just want to say, realistic expectations, right? Before we move on further. In any business, whether it's online or if it's offline, the brick or mortar, you have to have realistic expectations, right? Like I always say, first 6 months you are in construction. That first year, right? Second half of the year, you are learning your business, whether it's about your ingredients or about your business products or your business model, whatever it is, you're still learning it so that you can
Mhm.
confidently talk about it and tell your prospects or your business future audience or business partners, right? But the best part about this business is all the resources given to you, the system, the tools, the training, the products. It's already been researched for you, so you don't have to do that. We are not an online course uh, business. We are a actual legitimate business, like Chong said earlier, where everything's given to you. We even teach you how to set up your business with user-friendly training, where it's step-by-step video-based also. And people are scared and they think that everything's a scam. But if you're scared and you're skeptical, that's the best thing that can happen to you, because then you'll be able to ask the right questions and you'll be
Mhm.
able to ask. And when you ask and somebody's answering you and they're real and they're live and they're coming on like this, drop a comment, guys, if you want to learn more. We'll be able to answer questions for you so that you can get a peace of mind of like if this is a business that's fit for your schedule or what you're looking for. And the best part is we also have uh, information workshops where it doesn't cost you a thing to register and watch so that you can see if it's what you're looking for. If it's a fit, then we have a process in place for you to take. And multiple streams of income doesn't mean you quit your job when you start a side hustle or you start something new. Use that job to pay for your business so that it can pay you like a job one day, and be smart about it, because then you have a job that picks up it's funding
Mhm.
your business, and then eventually your business is going to fund your life that you want to live, and go ziplining, go traveling, and still zipline at 85, right? And take care of your health. And who wouldn't want that, right? But honestly, if it just takes you taking that step, there's more to life, but it takes you showing up. And if you like showing up, you like working hard. Because honestly, this lady, you asked me what made me realize, right? Like I needed multiple streams of income. I realized it when I was showing up so hard working for somebody else, right? And doing everything I was supposed to do and still feeling stuck. And if you're scared of an online business, there are scams out there. Okay, so I want to make sure that you guys are
Mhm.
careful if you're looking for online businesses. But this one, legit business, taxable income. Okay, you do get a 1099 at the end of the year to file your taxes, and I just want to mention that. But when you're stuck and you're feeling stuck, you should be more scared of being stuck than being scared of not checking out, when all of the resources are there set in process in place for you to check out so that you can make a sound decision. And when I found this business, that's when I started to really open my eyes and learn about multiple streams of income actually. And again, not a get rich quick, okay? Does not happen overnight. But I just want to say to stop surviving and to start living again, because if you're working to survive only, you're not living. Okay, so start living, and so that you can do and the things that you want. Because we hear a lot too also, when I think that's why a lot of us are scared of multiple streams of income, because we've heard people say, money is the root of all evil, right? But that's not true. Money gives you options and choices, and
Mm.
it does not buy happiness, but you are happy because you are able to do what you want, and you have choices and options, and you're not uh, restrained on financial when you need to go and travel and go. And I just want to reference again, zip lining, right?
Yes.
So that's why
Yes.
you need multiple streams of income, because you cannot just sit and wait for a paycheck every 2 week or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever, right? We're conditioned to wait too. And it's okay if you have a paycheck mindset. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, I'm gonna say that. But that's just not us, right? Us here, we
Yeah.
want more.
Well,
And
if you're doing a 9 to 5 or you're doing a job and you are not happy with that because you know there's more out there, then you should look into our business because
Yes.
and there is more out there. But if you're happy where you're at, be happy. You know, it's again, it's not for everyone because it's gonna take a whole lot of hard work. You're gonna probably, and I always, and this is my motto, and it's always, I always believe this. It's like planting that Chinese bamboo. You're gonna keep watering it for 5 years and see nothing. Okay, see nothing. And you're going to have to just trust and believe. And that's the mindset, right? You have to cultivate, keep watering it. Because the minute you stop, you have just cut yourself off from that because this thing takes at least 5 years to grow. So you're going to water it every day for 5 years. And at year five, it's going to grow and it's going to grow exponentially and more faster than you ever expect. So do you want to work for like do your regular 9 to 5 for 20, 30 years, or you're going to push real hard for like at least 5, 6 years and then relax for the next 20, 30, 40 years? That's the option. That's what the option is. So which one are you? Are you the one that's going to be secured in your job 9 to 5 for 20, 30 years? Or are you the one that's going to push real hard? Because you're probably already pushing real hard on that 9 to 5 for someone else. Would you just push real hard for yourself for 5 years and then reap the rewards of your hard work?
See,
Mhm.
that's
A
one
or
thing
B?
about
That's it.
yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sister.
No, go ahead, Sis Lily. I was just like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I totally agree with that too. And for instance, like for myself, right? When I work for others for 30 years. So, you know, when you can work for people more than 10 years for 30 years, why can't you do it for 3 to 5 years for yourself, right? Build your own legacy, build your business. You can enjoy your life. And, think about those years that you work for others, help others build their dreams. Why not take this 3 to 5 years, the most 3 to 5 years, and start to build your business and your dreams. And then after that, you can, like Chu said, you can just relax and enjoy life. And not just that, but it's a legacy where you can also pass down to your kids, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's passive income for another topic for another day.
Yes.
But passive income, like, well, we'll talk about another day. But I mean, it can happen. You can build passive income in this business and generational wealth. And passive income doesn't mean like you just sit and do nothing, right? You still have to put in a little work, because passive income is when you do the least amount of work, and then you get paid exponentially, like the bamboo, right? I'll use the bamboo example. Once it grows in that 5 year, it's going to grow every single year. Right? Doesn't mean if you don't go and you don't like I don't know how they call it, trimming, right? If you don't go trim it, it's gonna be over, like grow, it might die
They
too.
grow real fast.
Yeah, so you need to still trim it. So you still need to put in a little
Mhm.
work get passive income, but it's possible in this business. But that's for another day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come back to the multiple income stream,
Uh-huh.
and you when we talk about security, we're talking about financial security, job stability. We're talking about you could work this as a second job, a second side hustle, whatever. But we've had lots of business partners who. There's a massive laid off, and you're one of them, and now you're done. You got no income. They give you a little piece of paper, pink slip, and you're done. You got no income. You can't depend on unemployment, right? Because that is like a quarter of your pay, and now you can't. Well, having a business, your business continues to run, and now you got laid off. You got now more time to focus on your business and to grow that. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's why you need a multiple income stream, because when one shuts off, you have another one that's still going for you. So if you are happy with your 9 to 5, that's great. Maybe you need a backup plan, and this is plan B. And then have a plan B, then have a plan C. That's what we're talking about, multiple income streams. Because in our business, there are other built-in multiple income streams that you could build within our business that you can tap into, and that's where you have real security, right? And then once you build your business to where you can pay off everything, you have a saving that is going to carry you through. That's financial security.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so job stability, yeah, the company is paying you, but remember, it's hiring is what they say, indefinite, right? They could let you go anytime. You could quit anytime. And sometimes we're not ready to quit, but they are ready to call it, to let you go.
Mhm.
And because
That's
you are easily replaced, especially if you've been there for a long time, you're making now a bigger salary. They're going to have new graduates who are going to
mm-hmm.
pay less to do your job. So they're
Yes.
going to let you go because they're paying you $45 an hour when the grad can only, well, is willing to take 20, and that's where they're making the savings. So as a company, they're looking at their bottom line. When you've been there for 20 years, but a grad that you can train to do your job can take over, and they pay that person half your salary, they're going to do that. You are indispensable. So
Mhm. You
just
definitely are.
remember, you have to have security, and that is just having multiple income stream, so that when one dries up, you could tap on the other one and focus on the other one some more.
You're right, Chong.
Yes.
Having just one paycheck is like walking on a tightrope without a safety net under you. And like you said, when you have multiple or a second, right? Even just a second, and then when that first one dries up, you have the second one that's still coming in, even something small at first, right? But it gives you options still, and it gives you peace of mind when you have that second stream of income. And nowadays with inflation, one stream of income is not even feasible, right? It dries up before you even get dried up, or the security blanket ripped under you
That's
with
right.
inflation and stuff. But I mean, I just want to say, we're not here to convince you, okay? We're not here to try to convince you to do anything. We're just here to show you what's possible when you stop
Mhm.
putting your future on pause. And quite to be quite honest, if you feel that pull in your heart, don't brush it off. Lean in, reach out, because this could be that thing that finally gives you the time, the freedom, the peace that you've been waiting for and searching for, right? Because if you keep waiting, you're just going to keep waiting because
That's
I
right.
don't think things are just going to drop in your lap, right? And we've all been there, okay? We've all been sitting on this thought, like I know I want to start something, right? I know I've said that to myself before, but I'm scared, or I don't know how, or you know, I just want to say you're not alone when you're thinking those thoughts. I'm sure that Lily and Chong has been there, and that place of waiting for the right time. There is no right time. Feeling like maybe we're not ready or you're not ready,
Yeah.
but the truth is, the longer you wait, the longer you're just stuck in that moment, and the longer you're just gonna stay there. The longer you keep saying that. And so if your heart is telling you that you are meant for more, right? Because you are worthy of more. And don't ignore that, because your instincts, like they always tell us, pay attention to your gut instincts, right?
Mhm.
Don't ignore it. You don't need to have it all figured out. Remember that. And do it scared. You just need to start. And that small step can change everything, because we all said yes. Because Chung and I think Chung went faster than I did, but I kind of was like Chung too when we started. Signed up, like, oh my God, what did I do? Watched, didn't even finish it. Booked the call.
Yeah.
Booked the call. If I didn't have, like, personal things that happened, I would have just started right away like Chung did too, because this business is such a blessing, okay? If you have been looking, okay, it's just different way how to run a business. That's why people are scared. But guys, embrace it. The internet is taking over the world. The
Mhm.
internet is what everything happens on now. And learn how to make the internet work for you. Learn how to make it work for you. And we've learned how to tap into social media to make it work for us. So if you want to learn more about how we did that, definitely check us out. Okay.
Yeah.
But ladies, I
Thank you.
have to hop off, and thank you for having me here. And I appreciate it. And it was a great topic. And I hope that we can hit on passive income, because that's another really good topic too. But one thing before I go, this with multiple streams of income, it has impacted so many lives, thousands of lives in our community. Okay. We have a global community also, where it has changed lives personally and professionally for them and for their families too. We've had people who are able to migrate their family to a whole another country, build homes back home for their families, and help sponsor uh, children back home to get a higher education, right? Where they didn't have any means to get an education at all. So
Mhm.
we talk about going to school and getting a job and stuff, but still need the educational piece part of it, right? Because then we want to be here. We want to be able to follow simple instructions. So you still need to be able to follow simple instructions and be
Yes.
coachable to be successful in this business, because you got to learn, apply, and then do.
Actually, college grads are perfect because
Yes.
they have learned, they have been consistent, right? Because
Discipline too.
they're disciplined. They are coachable, teachable because they have gone through teaching their students. They're learning, and then they have been consistently completing that degree for 4 or 5 years to get that degree. So they are perfect for this business. The only thing
Absolutely.
is, I want to quote Steve Jobs. He says, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life, because
Mhm.
really, that's what you're doing, right? You are doing something for someone else. You're living their life. You're working for them, and then they're going to live the life for you. They're the ones going traveling, zip lining that I don't get to, you know. So I am doing that now.
All right, ladies, you guys have fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna hop
Sis
off.
Tay, for
You're
joining
All
us.
welcome.
right.
Appreciate for your input. Thank you.
Bye bye. Yes.
All
Yes.
right. So, as you hear all from my two wonderful, amazing business partners share with you, and just want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope that this conversation inspire you and give you a fresh perspective on what's possible. Okay, when
Yes.
you take
It will.
control of your income and your future.
Yes.
Um,
And if
it,
we've inspired you and you feel that you're ready to take the next step, you want to learn more, our business pages are listed on under our names here, with our names here. Reach out to one of us. If we resonate with, you resonate with either one of us, reach out to us because we'll be there to guide you. Our job is to guide you, help you get your business started so that you can make a change in your life and make your dream come true. And so,
yes,
yeah,
that's right.
if that's something you're interested in, reach out to us because that's what we're here. We're here to help you get started and change your life.
Yes. And again, for more information, connect with one of us on our Facebook page here, or sign up for our complimentary workshop on one of our link, our website that we provide underneath our name here. And we'll see you on the inside. All right. So feel free to reach out. We're here. Any questions that you still have up there, and whether you're still skeptical, you need more information, this is the time to ask. This is the time to bring out your questions so that it can be answered. And so that way, don't just keep your answer to yourself. And if you don't ask, you don't get the answer. And so again, thank you so much, Chu, for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure having you on here. And thank you so much for those who are watching, whether you're watching now or the replay later, please comment below. Any questions, put it on the comment, we will answer back to you. And also let us know where you're watching from, as this is a global live, and we like to know how far our life travel. All right. Again, thank you for joining us tonight, and you have a blessed night.
Thank
and
you.
happy Friday to you all. Thank
All
you.
right. Good night. Bye-bye.